I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. The brain can be developed just the same as the muscles can be developed, if one will only take the pains to train the mind to think. Having a vision for what you want is not enough. Vision without execution is hallucination. There is a better way for everything. Find it. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. I never view mistakes as failures. They are simply opportunities to find out what doesn't work. I owe my success to the fact that I never had a clock in my workroom. You can't realize your dreams unless you have one to begin with. The successful person makes a habit of doing what the failing person doesn't like to do. Vision without execution is delusion. Success is 90% perspiration and 10% inspiration. Never go to sleep without a request to your subconscious. 5% of the people think. 10% of the people think they think. And the other 85% would rather die than think. Continued innovation is the best way to beat the competition. The secret of success is focus of purpose. The greatest invention in the world is the mind of a child. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Fools call wise men fools. A wise man never calls any man a fool. I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. A genius is a talented person who does his homework. Tomorrow is my exam, but I don't care because a single sheet of paper can't decide my future. Each time you fail, you have eliminated another wrong option. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. Everything comes to those who hustle while they wait. I never quit until I get what I want. The only time I really become discouraged is when I think of all the things I would like to do, and the little time I have in which to do them. Accomplishing something provides the only real satisfaction in life. Time is really the only capital that any human being has, and the only thing he can't afford to lose. The first 40 hours of work per week are for survival. Everything after that is for success. A man's best friend is a good wife. Be courageous. Have faith. Go forward. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you haven't. Work while others are wishing. People are not remembered by how few times they fail, but by how often they succeed. Every wrong step is another step forward. The man who doesn't make up his mind to cultivate the habit of thinking misses the greatest pleasure in life. There is no substitute for hard work. Your worth consists in what you are, and not in what you have. Non-violence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we are still savages. The trouble with most people is that they quit before they start. There seems to be no limit to which some men will go to avoid the labor of thinking. Thinking is hard work. Be brave as your fathers before you. Have faith and go forward. The three great essentials to achieve anything worthwhile are hard work, stick-to-itiveness, and common sense. What you are will show in what you do. I have far more respect for the person with a single idea who gets there than for the person with 1,000 ideas who does nothing. The doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition. Success is based on imagination plus ambition and the will to work. Good fortune is what happens when opportunity meets with planning. The perils of overwork are slight compared with the dangers of inactivity. Most of my ideas belong to other people who never bothered to develop them. If we did all the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. Never say I failed 99 times. Say I discovered 99 ways which causes failure. I do not believe in the God of the theologians, but that there is a supreme intelligence I do not doubt. The world owes nothing to any man, but every man owes something to the world. A teacher sent the following note home with a 6-year-old boy. He is too stupid to learn. That boy was Thomas Edison. The first requisite for success is to develop the ability to focus. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. The strength of the Constitution lies in the will of the people to defend it. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. The biggest failure of man is that he gives up before he realizes how close he was to success. I remember that I was never able to get along at school. I was at the foot of the class. There is great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burned up. Thank God we can start anew. I am a vegetarian as well as a passionate anti-alcoholic, because I can thus make better use of my brain. I make more mistakes than anyone else I know, and sooner or later, I patent most of them. My success is due more to my ability to work continuously on one thing without stopping than to any other single quality. Education isn't play, and it can't be made to look like play. It is hard work, but it can be made interesting work. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. Success depends on how many experiments you can fit into 24 hours. Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. I have better use for my brain than to poison it with alcohol. To put alcohol in the human brain is like putting sand in the bearings of an engine. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. I never pick up an item without thinking of how I might improve it. Anything that won't sell, I don't want to invent. Its sale is proof of utility, and utility is success. The great trouble is that the preachers get the children from 6 to 7 years of age, and then it is almost impossible to do anything with them. The thing I lose patience with the most is the clock. Its hands move too fast. I find my greatest pleasure, and so my reward, in the work that precedes what the world calls success. We shall have no better conditions in the future if we are satisfied with all those which we have at present. Nothing that's good works by itself. You've got to make the damn thing work. Sleep is like a drug. Take too much at a time and it makes you dopey. You lose time and opportunities. No, I haven't failed thousands of times. On the contrary, I have successfully eliminated thousands of ideas that do not work. Success is the product of the severest kind of mental and physical application. There is no limit to which a man will not go to avoid thinking. From his neck down a man is worth a couple of dollars a day. From his neck up he is worth anything that his brain can produce. What a man's mind can create, man's character can control. The first requisite of success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem without growing weary. Surprises and reverses can serve as an incentive for great accomplishment. There are no rules here. We're just trying to accomplish something. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I will find the way that will work. Failure is the most effective technique to optimize strategic planning, implementation and processes. First, study the present construction. Second, ask for all past experiences. Study and read everything you can on the subject. I do not believe any type of religion should ever be introduced into the public schools of the United States. From his neck down a man is worth a couple of dollars a day. From his neck up he is worth anything that his brain can produce. What a man's mind can create, man's character can control. The first requisite of success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem without growing weary. Surprises and reverses can serve as an incentive for great accomplishment. There are no rules here. We're just trying to accomplish something. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I will find the way that will work. Failure is the most effective technique to optimize strategic planning, implementation and processes. First, study the present construction. Second, ask for all past experiences. Study and read everything you can on the subject. I do not believe any type of religion should ever be introduced into the public schools of the United States. When I fully decided that a result is worth getting, I go ahead of it and make trial after trial until it comes.